Michelle Spink is a single mum. She's worked all her adult life on just more than minimum wage, and she's struggling.
It's half term. I haven't been able to take my son out anywhere. And to most people, that's well, sorry, but at least you've got a job. Yeah, but I need to be living, not just existing.
You don't feel as though you're living?
No, I'm not living, I'm existing. Living would be that I don't just go to work to pay my bills. I would go to work to have some money in my pocket, to take my son out for a day, to buy him a game. I mean, heavens. I had to get my mum to buy his Christmas present, and I'm having to pay her back in instalments because I couldn't afford anything for Christmas.
The minimum wage started in 1999 at £3.60 an hour. It hasn't kept up with inflation. Today it's £6.31 an hour, and campaigners say a living wage would be £7.65 an hour. When the minimum wage was first introduced 15 years ago, it was seen as an effective way of lifting people out of poverty. But the author of today's report says now it has weaknesses and needs a rethink. Why? Because for many employers, the minimum wage has become the going rate. And the report argues that in effect, it is today trapping millions of people in low pay. An estimated 20% of the workforce earns less than £7.50 an hour, and 3/4 of people on low pay in 2002 were still on low pay a decade later. Michelle says she feels stuck.
I can already see myself getting into debt, and I just think it's going to get a lot worse, and I dread it, absolutely dread it.
We made the elastic in a casing originally.
Yeah.
And
Libby Hart has run her small fashion business for 3 years. Her dresses are made in factories in London where 90% of the staff are on the minimum wage. Any substantial increase would have a big impact on her business.
if they put minimum wage up by £1, that increases our production costs by 21% per garment. We just can't afford to do that, and we'd have to, I don't think our consumer would accept an ultimate price rise, so we'd have to look at other ways of manufacturing, which would mean moving outside the UK.
The government has hinted the minimum wage may go up to around £7 an hour by next year, but today's report by the independent think tank the Resolution Foundation urges wholesale reform. For people like Michelle, it would mean, for example, a commitment to reduce the share of workers who are low paid, to set different rates for different parts of the country and different parts of the economy, and to give some hope that employers would pay more than the minimum requirement. Graham Satchell, BBC News.